Well, it is time for another segment of Diddy or Didn't He? Diddy Watch 2024. There are two new lawsuits that have come out. This is coming from ABC News 7 in New York. In 2005, the parents of a 10-year-old boy from Los Angeles sought to help their son's burgeoning career and flew him to New York to meet people in the music industry. Sean Diddy Combs told a consultant the family hired that he wanted to meet with the boy alone, according to a new civil lawsuit filed Monday in New York. In a hotel room, the plaintiff performed several rap songs for Combs, who told the boy, who is referred to as John Doe in the suit, that he could make him a star. Combs asked the plaintiff how badly he wanted to be a star and what the plaintiff would do to get to be one. The plaintiff responded, as might any 10-year-old child, that he would do anything, the lawsuit said. At this point, according to the lawsuit, one of the other people present gave the boy a soda, which made him feel a little funny. After the plaintiff consumed his soda and began feeling its effects, Combs told the plaintiff to move closer to him, which the plaintiff did. Combs then abruptly pushed the plaintiff down and said words to the effect of, "You have to do some stuff you don't want to do sometimes," according to the lawsuit, which then goes on to describe an alleged sexual assault. The incident was alleged in one of two new lawsuits filed against Combs on Monday. In a separate civil lawsuit, Combs is accused of sexually assaulting a then 17-year-old male auditioning for the reality show Making the Band under the guise of questioning how the teen would handle situations involving sexual pressure. The lawsuit said Combs, during a 3-day audition, groped and fondled the teen while he emphasized his power to control plaintiff's future in the music industry. During a second interview, Combs instructed the plaintiff to undress, explaining that the plaintiff needed to demonstrate the ability to embody a sex idol persona, which was purportedly required for the band's image, the lawsuit said. This encounter also escalated into Combs forcing the plaintiff to perform oral sex on him. On the third day of the audition, Combs allegedly forced the plaintiff to perform oral sex on his bodyguard, and when the teen hesitated, the lawsuit said he was eliminated from the competition, with Combs claiming that the plaintiff was untrustworthy due to reservations to perform oral copulation on the bodyguard, the lawsuit said. Lawsuits were filed by Andrew Van Arnsdale and Tony Buzbee, the same attorneys who have said that they are evaluating claims by more than 100 alleged victims of Combs. Several have already been filed in recent weeks. ABC News reached out to Combs' lawyer for comment on the latest two lawsuits. Combs has denied the allegations against him, and in an October 15th court filing, defense attorneys Mark Agnifilio and Tenny Garagos described allegations made by anonymous plaintiffs as spanning from the false to outright absurd and called for them to be identified. Combs, who was arrested last month on sweeping sex trafficking charges, has pleaded not guilty in that case. As part of his defense, Combs' attorneys have asked the judge to order federal prosecutors to disclose the identities of his accusers. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so again, people, some people have asked, but a number of people understand, why is it that I continue to do these stories and cover each of the lawsuits as they come out? The main reasoning for that is this needs to be talked about. All of it will play out in court. All of this is stuff that is alleged and filed in the lawsuits, and we're talking about somebody who has insane charges of all sorts of sex trafficking, sexual assault, rape, all that kind of stuff. And it needs to be discussed because what is scary is that if it's not talked about, it disappears from the public eye like that. And the next thing you know, you have a situation where like R. Kelly, obviously all the stuff he was doing, he got away with it forever because it was like kind of the running joke or the running secret that, oh yeah, R. Kelly likes young girls and he pees on them and stuff. And that rabbit hole got way deeper and we didn't see it until that documentary came out. Same thing with Harvey Weinstein, same thing with Jeffrey Epstein, same thing with so many different people that have taken advantage of people, women, young people, all sorts of folks. And that shit needs to be called out and discussed and stopped. You know what I'm saying? So this is a scenario where, again, as these lawsuits come out, it's made very clear that all of this is absolutely disgusting to me. I get more and more creeped out by hearing all the different things that Diddy has done this entire time. And I think the thing that is the most upsetting about it, apart from obviously the victims having to deal with all the stuff that they went through and the horrible trauma they went through, like sending so much healing energy and love to them as they go through a very trying time to have to put this on public display. It is soul crushing to once again have another Black icon essentially just have this horrible set of skeletons in their closet that that is ruining everything that they stood for and their legacy and the hope and the joy and things that they brought forth. Like, it was like, at what cost? You know what I'm saying? Like, that is so frustrating. You want to look to people that are successful as an example of who you should be and what you should strive to be. So to see Diddy being the mogul that he was, you would want people to aspire to that kind of success and supposedly lifting people up and things like that. But this is where you find out that they weren't. And you don't need to sell your soul to the fucking devil in order to be successful. You just need to be a good, hardworking, honest person. And people like this need to be sorted out and kept away from folks because they're dangerous. This is so dangerous, and this is just on the sexual assault tip of things, which is already disgusting to hear. This isn't even talking about all the people that allegedly got hurt to the point of like losing their lives. You know what I'm saying? Like that hasn't even been brought up here, and I'm sure that'll be more in the federal cases than anything like that. When we start talking about the RICO charges and the sex trafficking and everything else. So all that being said, man, let me know what you think about these newest lawsuits and things like that. And let me know if there's anything else that I've missed since I haven't done Blerd Breakdown this past week. If there was another story that came out, and we'll talk about it for sure. I think there was his kids put out a statement along with his mom recently. So, you know, I will include that in the next one so that you're getting all sides of this one way or the other. But again, I'm just presenting the stuff that's been out there in the news. So if you didn't hear it, this is a place that you can come and find out what's going on, because again, I feel like this is very important to be talking about, and we keep it at the forefront. I don't want this to get swept away in the constant 24-hour news cycle, and you know, these people that are seeking justice aren't being heard and things like that. So let me know in the comments.